It should be like a round.
I know. Let's go. What kind of round? We made our own audience. Yeah.
You jumped over that.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, it's Miss McMurray.
Is that name?
Yes, yes,
Oh.
that's Miss McMurray calling.
Oh.
Hey, I
Yeah.
Let me go show you.
Yeah, he's actually outside right now.
So he probably
Yes, go to the strange manager. No, he's caring for you now.
We have a viewer. Hello, viewer. Welcome, viewer.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, and Miss Jones also texted me, and I did not respond. I'm sorry.
I found you.
She was probably saying,
Hey.
Oh, there's Miss McMurray.
Two viewers. Hello, new viewer.
Sorry, I just realized you were calling. I didn't get you in time. You called me and I didn't answer. You called me? Just now.
we all saw it.
It wasn't intentional, Miss Young. I did email you earlier.
I also attacked her at dinner the other day. So
It's a busy place to get things done.
I think they're looking for them.
Hello.
Hi, come on in.
Hello. Here, get hold of me about
Yes,
right there in the
yes,
front.
I saw that.
And then sign in right here.
Snickerdoodles.
So, second thing I'm hearing about snickerdoodle, huh? You sent me, oh my goodness. That's okay. My brain is divided and so is everything else is myself.
Where's that? An agenda?
It's easier, but it's hard. Megan has got stuff going on right now.
So I'm sure she, yeah.
I really do.
You ready?
Yes. Okay. It is 6:01. I'm going to call this meeting to order. I'm Rebecca Young. I am the Rock Prairie PTO president. I have a daughter who is in 3rd grade and a son who is in 1st grade.
Erin Ferris, I am your secretary. I have a 4th grade son and a 2nd grade daughter here.
Kristen Howell, I am treasurer-elect. I have a pre-K daughter and a 1st grade daughter. I'm Kendra Graff. I am communications, and I have a 2nd grade son here in preschool.
Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this evening. I don't really have anything more in terms of introductions, so I think we'll just go ahead with Ms. Jones.
All right. I'm sitting behind the camera for you viewers because I just came from the gym, and the people in front of you look better than I do right now. So I just wanted to give everybody an update on some pretty big projects that we've been blessed with. So we got a sidewalk extension on the side of the building. For those of you who have children that you pick up out there, if you guys want to take a fun picture of yourselves on the sidewalk, I would love to send that to the maintenance and facilities department. So that was about $6,000 worth of concrete that they poured out of some ongoing district maintenance funds. So we were super happy about that and thankful. If you have not noticed, and they may be through, I haven't gone out to look lately, the city resurfaced the track outside, or they were in the process of that, and that was totally done by the Parks and Recreation Department. So also please send an email of thanks or a note to the city. We're very, very fortunate to have that park partnership because we would not be able to afford things like that. So we're excited about that. And then also each of our classrooms got what's called a red cat. So that is an amplification device where the teacher wears a microphone around their neck, and there's a a really high quality speaker in the classroom that kind of makes the teacher's voice surround sound, and it just creates a much better learning environment. Ms. McMurray, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Well, we're getting used to it.
Yes.
It's like I have a very deep voice now, and the children are just like, okay.
They kind of fall into the trance. But originally, they were designed to help children that needed some help with hearing or had some hearing deficit. But as with all great things, we realized, and research realized, that it really benefited children, whether or not they had hearing loss or not. And so it's a great thing that we've gotten. The newer buildings are built with those systems built in to the speakers and all of that infrastructure. And since we did not have that, we were retrofitted. And those were also over $1,000 per classroom, and we got 36 of them. So that is through bond money. So when you go vote at the polls for bonds, it's not just for the new buildings. Part of that money does go to upkeep and technology and things like that. So we're very thankful for those things. Just want to remind everybody about this Friday, our parent literacy training. Our literacy specialists will be putting that on, and the time schedule is in the Jonesy News that I sent out, and I believe they sent a flyer home as well. On the 14th, we all know what that will be. The day your children come home after eating a lot of party food. That's Valentine's Day and one of our 3 designated party days. The 23rd will be our big discovery night. That's where we have lots of different STEM kind of people. So that's science, technology, engineering, math, come and set up from all over the community. And students and families can go around and look at their different booths and setups and exhibitions. And there'll be 3 different robotics teams here, I think, doing things that they can watch and interact with. There will be free pizza, and the book fair is also open that night. So you will save money on dinner, and you can spend it at the book fair. That'll be perfect. Or you can just come and not spend any money. So we want everybody to come out that night. At the 20th, there is not any school. That is a staff development day. And then looking ahead, on March the 10th, we'll have our 3rd school-wide enrichment day, and we'll do Celebrate Texas. So if anyone has any connections to anyone that could help bring Texas sort of things in for the children to experience, that could be whatever your imagination runs with. So, if you know somebody with a great tractor that they want to drive up and pull onto the playground, so children who haven't seen a tractor can see that and can talk about areas of Texas that are farmed and things like that. Just let us know, because we will take any experience that people want to help provide for our kids that day. And then on the 13th, that week will be spring break, so no school.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Ms. McMurray?
I don't really have a lot. This is actually my favorite time of the year, because all of the hard work that we put in from August is really starting to show off. And I think that, we're all kind of reaping the benefits of that with our classes. And we've got good classes and lots of support, and we appreciate everything you're doing. Teachers are happy.
Good. You like what our teachers are. Kristen?
Okay, so I'm going to do our budget stuff for the poll tonight. Since we haven't had a meeting since November, one side of the sheet you'll see December and then January. December, our big things were we were still receiving some of the candle sales. Our vast majority of we made almost, I think, right over $6,500 for candles. And so most of that came in November, but we were still doing that in December. And in December, our big expense was we paid our booster fund kind of holding fee for next year. And then staff teacher Christmas gifts, and also Dennis Lee's fee for coming. And so we had a lot of expenses in December with just different various things that we pay for, like grants and field trips and everything else. You'll see a couple of the checks that bounce from the candle sales, and she put back through a couple of those, and they did go through the second time around. And then you'll see a couple checks outstanding, but if you go to January, those have all cleared except
1, which we just wrote like the last week of January, so that's why it hasn't cleared. So in January, we got our check from Kroger. We also started getting our yearbook sales. And then our big expenses where we had to pay our taxes for the year. We paid Candles and More their percentage from our fundraiser. And just more staff appreciation and field trips. And if anyone has any questions, Nicole always welcomes emails or questions. And the overall budget did not get updated for this meeting, but it will for next meeting.
And I just want to point out our Kroger income was really low, and that is because they overpaid us by a lot. And so and they caught that, and so they are just kind of retroacting that. And so our checks, our next few checks from them have been pretty minimal, but it's still a great free fundraiser. They give us 10% from every time you shop, and you don't have to do anything but sign up and online and click that you want to support Rock Prairie. So it's the simplest, easiest fundraiser.
And if you need directions, email rockprairieinfo@gmail.com and I'll get you the form.
Yes. Okay. Does anyone have any more questions about the budget or candle sales or anything?
So what's the email I can share about?
It's rockprairieinfo@gmail, and that goes. I check that every few days, and I can email you the form.
Yeah, and then for Kroger, it doesn't just have to be you. It can be grandparents, anyone that has a
Yes.
Kroger card, and they don't have to just go to Rock Prairie. So like our grandparents and aunts and just anyone who gets to sign up for it. Yes. The more people, the better for Rock Prairie.
And it can be any Kroger.
And it can be any Kroger.
Any
Yes,
Kroger.
any person, any
Yes.
Kroger.
Yes.
And I think every Shell now, like every Shell station takes your Kroger card for the gas discount.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think you can also
I think
get
anytime
points
you
from
scan-
shopping there too.
Anytime you use your card, we get money.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Anyone have any more questions about the budget or where we anything? Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Erin.
The only thing we need to do is just approve our minutes from the December meeting, because we didn't have a meeting in January, so it's the December minutes.
Okay, I'll motion to approve. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. And Kendra.
I don't really have anything. If you have any questions or news to share, then just send me an email or text if you drop out. We'll get the information out there. We want to keep everybody abreast of what's going on this spring. There's lots of stuff, so happy to promote what we can.
Now, does everyone, and I'm just going to take a poll here, just, does everyone get the MailChimp emails? Do you all read them? Do you like that way of communicating, or would you rather us send you things home in your folder?
Email is much
better.
better.
Okay. And Facebook, does everyone look at the Facebook page and get those messages? Okay, great. We're just trying and save paper, and I just think it's the best way, because I don't know about you, but I get 100 papers home a day with 2 kids. They would just get kind of lost in the shuffle. Okay, fundraising update. We have Erin can take over that.
Sure, we touched base on the Candles and More fundraiser when we were talking about the budget, but ultimately that went really well. Our budget for that was $5,000, and we net more than 6,500, so we're really happy with that. It's the kind of fundraiser we found that we don't want to do every year, but maybe every other year or every third year, because then people are ready to stock up on that again. They don't want to gift that every year at the holidays, but every couple of years it makes sense. So this was a great thing for us to do this year. We won't do it next year. We'll do something else next year around that time of the year, and then revisit it after that. So that one, we're wrapped up, done with that one for the year. We are getting close then to our Spellathon fundraiser. And our Spellathon fundraiser is a little bit different than some of the others that we do, because it's run exclusively in-house, entirely in-house just by us. So it is more work in terms of what we're doing here, but then every dollar stays here. So that's really nice. The packets are actually going to be assembled after school tomorrow with help from our student council, so that's always fun. We've been working on that over the last couple of years and trying to develop a little bit of a partnership, I guess, between PTO and student council, and they seem to enjoy it, and it's nice for us to have a little bit of extra help. But I will say, when your packet comes home and like the top things are a little askew, it's because like a third grader was stapling it. So just kind of keep that in mind. The first time that they did that, my OCD was a little bit like, okay, take a step back, they're helping. So when your packet comes home, you'll know why. But those will go to teachers at the end of this week, and then they should come home with your kids at the beginning of next week on Monday. And it'll be a big envelope. It'll have a timeline of everything that's happening. It'll have the pledge form, and then it'll have their grade level spelling list. So they can be practicing their words. Everything that you need to know about it will be on that initial page that goes home with the packet. But really, it's very basic. They practice the spelling words. They get pledges either per word or a flat donation. Then they spell the words, find out how many they got correct, and then collect based on how many they got correct. It comes back to us, we count, we're done. So it's a really easy fundraiser. Again, it's sort of in the grand scheme of things. We will have awards for the kids who are the highest fundraiser in each grade level, and they'll just be gift cards to Spoons, and then the highest fundraiser overall. And then also this year, for the first time, at least since we've been doing this, we're going to do teacher incentives for Spellathon too. So for classes that have the highest participation percentage, and then also classes that raise the most money, the teacher will have an incentive to kind of talk about that in their class and really work on the spelling words together and get everybody excited. Anything?
No, I'm just that it has been a Rockberry tradition for, I don't know, Ms. McMurray, do you know how long?
I've
Ms.
been here
Belton?
17 years and it's been longer than I am.
So, yeah,
so
so
we're gonna keep it going.
We're gonna keep on going. Yeah, it's just a fun, traditional fundraiser, and every single dollar that we raise gets to be kept here at the school.
And I thought of one other thing. We will during the week of March 6th, once everything is coming back to us, the order forms, the pledge forms and the money, we will have a day where any parents, PTO members who want to help can help us reconcile all of those. And so there will be a sign up coming out just via the email and on the Facebook page. So if you want to come in and help for a little bit to get all of that reconciled, we'd love your help with that.
So I'm just gonna, we have been pretty much a small portion of us, like Erin and I, and maybe one or two others, helping out with the fundraising for the year. And we would really like a representative from every single grade, just because as we move on, it would be nice to have someone who's been there each year to kind of guide us and help us and know how things are run. And it's easier if there's a group of us than just one or two people. So if you're interested in helping with the fundraising, that does not mean you do it all and you, it just means really writing emails or coordinating when things arrive and counting up the money at the end and reconcile. Please let us know. It's a really easy board position. It's great for if you're working because we can do this around your schedule. So if you're interested, please come and help. We definitely need the help. Department goes home.
As you walk in,
Melissa Melnick, who has done Boosterthon since it started, will be her last year as her son moves on past 4th grade next year. So it would be nice for someone to start shadowing her as we start working on that in the spring. So if you're interested, please let me know and we will get in touch with you. Next thing, teacher grants. We just today announced our spring teacher grants. For those of you who don't know, teachers are encouraged to write grants for their classroom in the fall semester and the spring semester. We allot $2,500 per semester, and we look them over and we talk about which we would think would be the most beneficial to our students at that given time. We were able to give out, I think, 16. Today, 16 teachers got money. We some of them are gym equipment, books for the classroom libraries, Legos for classroom, reading materials. there are all things that really benefit the kids and benefit the students. And we love doing it. And it is a lot of our fundraising money goes to this. And this is just your money that we fundraise going directly back into the students and into the classrooms. And so
In my email next week, I will have the published list of each grant and the amount that they were. So all parents can see
perfect.
how important all these fundraisers are. They actually go directly back to the classroom.
Yes.
And I think it might be, I mean, I'm not sure how much people know about this, but important to note that when we're reviewing these grants and determining how the money will be given out, we've created our own rubric that allows us to rate every single grant on 5 different components: student engagement, educational impact, reach, usability, and plan of implementation. So it's not just us reading the grant and saying, that sounds good, stamp, done. We go through every single one and rank them on all 5 of those components, and then add those up, and then talk about them after that to figure out how everybody else has ranked them, so that we really do come to a conclusion that makes sense, and that it isn't just, I mean, we don't do it on a whim. Rebecca said when we were doing our presentation at the meeting this afternoon that she probably spent 5 hours collectively figuring all of this out, and I would say that we all did the same in terms of reading them and evaluating them, and then the conversation where we sit down and really go through it. So I feel like that's important to note, that this is something we really care a lot about and we take really seriously, and want to make sure we're giving the money back in the best way possible for the school as a whole.
Yeah.
I felt like we'd never maybe really talked
Yeah,
about the
no,
rubric
I mean,
component of it, so.
It is one of the favorite things that I love being able to do, besides funding the field trips and other activities, is that this grant money going back into the students. And when my son is coming home with the carrots that he planted from a previous grant in the fall, I'm like, oh, and he had a great time doing it. Or a kindergarten class is going to get Legos in her classroom, and different kinds of Legos that I have not seen before. And know those kindergartners are really going to love and enjoy them, and that they're going to be able to be creative and work on math and science and whatever they can do with the Legos. If you have any other questions about them, or want to see the rubric itself or anything, please feel free to reach out to us. Ms. Jones, she updated us on the playground updates already, and then Butterfly Garden, Jessica.
Yes. We still have the rocks from the fundraiser, or the day that we did in the fall, and I'm ready to start that fundraiser now, and I'm not quite sure how to do that, but everything is ready to go, and so we'll have that ready for parents. And then there's also a few garden clubs that mentioned taking rocks up there, and they'll be willing to donate, and it'll be just a donation. It's not we're setting prices for these rocks. It's just something to donate. Your child can pick out the rock that they painted, and you can take it home and feel free to do with it whatever you want. And so we're ready to do that. And I think we're also going to try for a spring work day as well. And I'm like itching to get out there. So if you're wanting to help garden, I am more than happy to have helpers and volunteers. I'm trying to wait. I know there's probably one more cold front that comes, and then I'm going to be out there probably every day. But yeah, I'm excited. We have lots of seeds. America's Country Store actually donated probably 200 flower seed packets so we can plant in our garden. So we have lots to do, and I'm excited for it.
Thank you. Okay, Katie.
We're getting ready. The book fair starts next Friday already. So packets and flyers will go home hopefully this Friday. I'm still working on them. And we still just need more people to sign up to volunteer for time slots. It's already getting filled, but we're not full. And especially during the discovery night, we need help in the book fair with some people, and because it gets a little congested, and we're trying to make sure that everyone goes home at 7:30, including book fair people. So that's really about it.
All right. Well, thank you. And we'll post the link on Facebook.
I think it's on.
It's on there. Well,
We can
we'll
recycle it.
recycle it up so it gets to the top of the page. Valentine's Day party. Becca couldn't be here with us tonight, but she wrote something. She just wanted me to remind everybody that the last designated party of the school year is on Tuesday, February 14th. And so please check with your room parent and or teacher to see how you can help. So you should be getting something sent home in a folder or via email for your teacher. And again, this is the last party day of the year. And so if your teacher has a summer birthday, this is a great time to honor them with a birthday present. And so, we already talked about science night. That, if anyone made it last year, I didn't get to go, but I heard it was amazing and it was packed.
We went last year and it was
Our
great.
chicks aren't here yet. We'll get
Yeah,
them though.
it was really neat last year for everyone, all ages.
We did it in the spring last year.
Did you do it in the spring?
The science
Yes.
night was in the, so we had our baby chicks.
Oh,
We don't,
oh, that's
we won't
right.
have, we won't have
Baby
them at the
chicks.
We can stay.
Yes.
We were a big hit.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So social media help. So I was wondering if we were looking for someone to kind of help with Facebook posts and whatnot. Kendra does not have Facebook, and that is completely okay. Yes, no, it's not, I know many people, but it would be helpful to have someone who kind of helps with the Facebook page and post things and get people interacting with the page, because the more people interact with it, the more you'll see it in the feed. There's algorithm just wants me to share that sometimes. If someone is interested in helping with that, please get with me. It's very simple, it's easy to do. If you're already on Facebook, it just takes 5 minutes of your time. And yeah. So thank you. And then staff appreciation. With Rachel Richmond, she was also not able to make it tonight, and she doesn't have much to report. Wednesday, February 8th, they are providing desserts to all the staff, and in March, they will need participation from all who are willing to provide a soup, salad, or sandwich for lunch. And then a sign-up genius will be coming out soon. Kendra already has it. So
What date is the March appreciation event?
I don't know. She does not say.
The 8th.
The 8th?
The 8th. Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
thanks.
And then another thing she wanted me to write, for every teacher who has a birthday, we give them a $5 Sonic gift card for each staff's birthday. We're also in March hosting citywide PTO. This is a time where our principals and our presidents and our administrators come to our school and get to have lunch. We get to kind of showcase our school. And we are going to have a catered lunch. We will need help with people serving. So if anyone's interested, the date is March 22nd. And we will be also sending a sign up. We just need a few people, but it's a great way to showcase, our school and our light and our new library furniture. It only comes every couple of years. So
Longer than that even. It's been
I don't know,
3
years, yeah. Yes. And as more schools are built, the less we'll get to do it. So yes. So it's a special event, and I think Roadhouse is catering. Becca is making cupcakes. Becca Johnson is making cupcakes, and we might need help for centerpieces and decorations and stuff. And then the other thing is, if you have a 4th grader this year and you are leaving Rock Prairie and you are zoned for Cypress Grove Middle School, they need your help. Currently, all the board members were rezoned for Pecan Trail. And so they need a president and a vice president and a secretary.
They've already asked me for all those positions.
Talent show person. So if you are interested in helping them because they're in a little bit of a tight spot, please email me and I can get you the contact information for the Cypress Grove Middle School. And I know they would really, really appreciate your help. It's kind of hard when everyone they know is leaving, but I'm sure they're going to get some great people, and we have great people here that I think would do a wonderful job. And yearbooks are due fairly soon, I think on Friday. Please send in your order forms. We do not order enough extra at the end of the year when you're all scrambling for one. So please, if you're thinking about ordering one or on the fence about ordering one, just order one.
Yeah, it's not economical for us to order tons of extras, but then the end of the year comes and everyone wants one. So really spread the word. Tell people if they think they're going to want one, order it now, because we'll run out and then we can't get any more.
Yes. So,
And the elementary school ones are so cheap compared to what we pay.
Oh,
for
yes,
yes,
exactly, exactly.
so there was a green sheet that came home. If you need other sheets and you want one, just email us, or we can leave some extra ones up at the front office, and your student can get them. But yes, please order them if you're on the fence about it. And I think I don't have anything other than that this tonight. Does anybody else have anything? Any questions? Any concerns? Okay. Well, I am going to adjourn this meeting at 6:28 p.m.
All right. Goodbye to viewers that are still on.
One of them